Shalom, shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, who the word and he calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the word and he calls Jesus Christ. Brother Judah might come with a quick exhortation through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Just want to kind of go into something, because we know a lot of people, catch hell, go through chastisement from the Lord. Many things that the Lord places upon us, sometimes it may seem like it's heavy, like it's too much. But remember, the Lord never gonna give us too much what we can handle. But I want to touch on this precept, right, on Hebrews chapter 12 and verse number 5, right? Because no matter who we are in this truth, we're gonna go through some hell, right? Especially if the Lord dealing with you, right? Now, if the Lord not dealing with you at all, and you just living scot-free, millionaire, no catching no chastisement, you may have to check yourself, man, because that's contrary to what these Bible verses says, right? The Lord says his elect is gonna have to catch hell. Judgment gonna start at the house of Israel, right? But nevertheless, go right into it. This Hebrews chapter 12 and verse number 5, right? It says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as children, or so like it as unto children, my son." This the point. "Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him." So this is a good precept to remember, because we know all brothers, sisters, children, everybody catch some kind of hell, whether it's judgment, chastisement, or just purge you to make you perfect until the coming of the Lord, as much as possible, right? So, this is a beautiful Bible verse or precept to meditate on, because it says, "My son," like getting right to the point, "My son, despise thou not the chastening of the Lord." So don't despise the things that the Lord put you through, in his flesh, man, right? Because the Lord gotta purge us and to make us clean, right? Try us through the fire, man, right? Because fire is a purifying agent, cleansing agent, right? So how much more when it comes to us in our spirit, man, right? Trying to be as righteous in the eyes of the Lord, man. But the Lord, the one who's going to chastise us and put us through these things to make us and try it to establish our heart, whether it be pure or not, man. Right? So continuing on, it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth it, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth." And son, that's man, woman, or child, right? Just in a plural form, right? Nevertheless, it's speaking of man, woman, and child, right? But nevertheless, the Lord didn't just say he's just only dealing with the men, right? As far as chastisement goes, hey, everybody get chastised, man, right? So nevertheless, just wanted to kind of touch on this, because this is a heavy thing, because a lot of, as we see all hell break loose, rumors of wars, and many plagues that the Lord is bringing upon the earth, right? Whether it be from pestilence or many other avenues, how the Lord bring them, we got to understand it's all of the Lord, and it's all for a chastisement, man, right? You may get caught up in certain situations that the Lord, because the Lord established and does these things to his elect and to man on the earth. The nations get judged, everybody get judged, man, right? It says, "If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not?" Yeah, so we got to understand that the Lord said every son that he loveth, he's going to chastise, right? And if you endure the chastisement, the Lord said, it says, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastises not? Even on the worldly level, our worldly father, man, get on you or whoop you get some kind of chastisement for, say you was in school and you got bad grades or got suspended, or you got chores or whatever. It's going to be some kind of chastisement for going against what was established. Same way with the Lord. He said these laws, statutes, commandments, and different things, how we should move as Israelites. So if if you go against it, you can get you're gonna get judged. Or even if you're not, your lot just may be to have certain things happen to you, man. Right? So it's just a good point. I want to touch on this. Let me see if I get this preset. Oh, Salakia. All right. Let's get that in the classic in Deuteronomy. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse number 5. Same thing. That's where it's coming from. It says, thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee. Yeah, so all these things gotta be done, man, for correction, reproof, right? And to make us get them back on the right track, man. Right? Like herdsmen with the cattle, or with the, they may use that dog, that sheep dog, or to kind of get those sheep back in line, right? In the sense of correction. They kind of going astray, or the lamb, or however you want to correlate it to. But nevertheless, everybody needs some kind of correction, man. And ours coming from the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We gotta love that, man. Right? Let me get this precept in 1 Peter. Right? Let's get 1 Peter 1, the classic. Right? It says, Salah. I'm going to start at 6, 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 6. Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. Right? We all in this flesh, in this carnal body, in this flesh, we go through many temptations, man. Right? But it says but this the reason. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perished, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Right? So yeah, we're gonna go through these trials and tribulations and temptations, but it's all for the purpose of what? To try your faith, right? Basically, in the sense to make you perfect, man. Right? And that's why the Lord said, when the Lord come back, shall he find faith on the earth, man. Right? But nevertheless, it says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found. So yeah, that fire, what is that fire? The trial and tribulation, the chastisements, the things that you go through in this world, and that the Lord put you through, chiefly, when the Lord puts you through these trials and tribulations, it's to just be to purge you, to make you clean, man. Right? It's to literally make us, be found with praise and glory unto the come appearing of Hamashiach Yahushua. So that's why we can't despise the chat. That's the whole reason of the video. Despise thou not the chastisement of the Lord. We gotta endure it. Take it on the chin, like they say, man. Because that's what's gonna help to purge us, to make us that new creature, man. All right, let me get let me get this precept. I'm thinking of a precept in my head. I ain't want this. Let's go back to that in the book of Hebrews. All right. So yeah. So the moral or the gist of this edification video is just to, when you go through and catch trial, that's what I wanted. It came back to me. When you go through these trials and tribulations, you got to endure it, man. You have to understand the deeper meaning of it and not think so carnal. Lord, why am I going through here? I'm already in the lowest state. No car, no house, living outside, or whatever your situation is. You don't want to think and just say, Lord, why me? Well, you got to understand spiritually that the Lord has to do these things to you to make, for trying to your faith, to clean out the evil and the unrighteousness in us, to make it righteous, man. Right? That's what I was thinking of. 1 Corinthians, right? Chapter 10, right? So this 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse number 13, right? It says, there have no temptation taken you, but such as cometh to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. So these things that we go through, we think it's too much. The Lord never going to put something on us that's too much. The Lord's not going to give us too much what we can handle, no matter what it may seem like, what one brother because you got to also remember, what one brother go through may not be as hard to the next brother or sister, man. Right? But that makes, these things that the Lord give to us, it says it's not such, it's common to man, but God is faithful and would not suffer you to be tempted above you are able. So yeah, we may think it's hard and it's too much and it's not, but the Lord said, hey, He's not gonna give you too much for you to handle. And He said when He give you that temptation, it says, I'm gonna continue on in this. It says, but God is faithful, who would not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation. So that trial, tribulation, whatever you go through, He said, with that temptation, also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. Right. So you may get whatever the situation may. It could be monetarily, right? You don't got the money for your rent, and it's the fifth. I think after the fifth they kind of give you a late fee. Hey, it could be something as simple as that. And the Lord want to try you, test you. Say you may may not have the money, and the Lord may on that fifth day, right before 12 o'clock, the Lord kind of had the money put in your faith because you believed and you endured that, whatever the situation was, right? Just using an example, right? So the Lord can do these things, and He's always going to make a way to escape these things, man. Right? So we got to remember and always remain spiritual, man, and look at everything spiritual. Though it be happening in a carnal sense, we got to look at it in a spiritual context, man, in a way, right? This is James 1 and verse number 12. Another precept to let me back off that 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, James 1 and 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. And that's what we want. The Lord said you blessed when you endure that temptation. Right, you may fall and get back up. You may, a just man falleth 6-7 times, but you got to get back up. Paraphrasing, man. If you don't get back up, you're gonna fall into mischief and evilness, man. But the Lord said, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love Him." Right, keeping His laws, His commandments, and getting back up and fighting the good fight, man. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted He any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn out of his own lust and enticed, right? But, so like I said, the end all be all with this video is just to make Israel to understand that these chastisement and judgment, these things that we go through in this flesh, is all for the betterment of the body and of your spirit. When at the coming of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, Lord willing, we get to see that, Lord willing, right? But that's what the fight is about, man, right? We gotta fight the good fight, man, right? Fight the good fight, man, right? Look at this precept, man. Salah, I believe it's Philippians. Let me get this precept right, if it come back to me. Right, this Philippians chapter 3 and verse number 13, right? Salah, right? The end all be all, man. We gotta endure the temptation so that we can get that prize of the high calling of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right, so this is Philippians 3 and 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth. Right, it says, so he said Salaki through the Spirit, he's saying, I counted my Salaki, right? It says, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God and Hamashiach Yahushua. Let me read that one more time, right? I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God and Yahushua Hamashiach. Yeah, so we all have to go through these trials and tribulations and push forth unto that prize, man, the everlasting kingdom, the glory, the riches, the everything that come with that. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. So we want to be able to endure it, because if you don't even endure the chastisement, you're not going to get the kingdom. Right? That's why the Lord said in James 1, 13 on 12 on down, He said you blessed when you endure that temptation so that you can get those things that's promised, roughly paraphrasing, man. So we want to press toward that mark for the higher calling of God, right? To get those riches, but we got to endure the temptation first. It all start with enduring the temptation and overcoming these things, man. If you can't do that, well, I mean, it may not be for you, man. Right? sad to say, but we gotta endure no matter what. That's why you got brothers, sisters, like-minded brethren who in this truth reach out. You got that's why it's important to communicate, man. Malachi 3:16, one of my favorite precepts, man. Those that fear the Lord spake often one to another, man. You got brothers who just want to be a lone wolf, a lone shark. Well, you may not make it, man. If you an individualite and a lone wolf and a lone shark, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna lean on your understanding, and you may fall out this thing, man. I don't know no precept that says, blessed is the man that is alone always. Brother, you're going to fall out this thing, man. Let me get that in Ecclesiastes, right? Right. Let's get that in Ecclesiastes. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse number 8. It says, there is one alone, and there is not a second. Yet he have neither child nor brother. Yet is there no end of all his labor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches. Neither said he, for whom do I labor and bereave my soul of good? This is also vanity. Yeah, it is a sore travail. So Solomon, it said this is it's vanity, man, in a sore travail. Thinking you just the mightiest lone wolf. Hey, you ain't Yahushua, man. Yahushua had disciples around him, man. Now, I'm not saying Yahushua couldn't endure this thing by himself, but the point of the matter is he had men around him as well, the disciples, man. Always was a multitude following Yahushua, man. Right? When he went and prayed, he asked them to come with him, man. Right? So, just to the end all be all, though, we don't want to have that lone wolf spirit, man. You know? If you got that lone wolf spirit, you're gonna fall out, man. Right? Now, I'm speaking as a man, but through the precepts, it says 2 is better than 1. And that's what I was going to go into. Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. Right? For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone. Let's read that again. Ecclesiastes 4 and 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. So if you got that lone wolf spirit and think you can just endure these things by yourself, you may be your time may be ticking, man. So Israel, we got to understand that these trials and tribulations that we go through, hey, lean upon your brotherhood, the sisterhood, right? That's what we here for, man. That's what brothers and sisters here for. Whether you in a camp or not, nevertheless, you still should have people who you around and fellowshipping with, in righteousness, man. So, you want to have, you don't want to be that lone wolf. It says 2 are better than 1, for they have a good reward for their labor. And verse 10 says, verse 11 says, again, if 2 lie together, they have heat. But how can 1 be warm alone? And if 1 prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him. And the threefold cord is not quickly broken. That's plain. Right? So it's always better to, you don't just have that individualized spirit, right? But Salakia, let's go back to the point, right? When you're going through hell, trials, and tribulations, we have to lean on the Lord, and then, also the people that surround us who in this thing, man. Don't lean to your pastor uncle who's smoking crack on the Lord and eating bacon, man. I'm not leaning on that, bro. I'm leaning on my brother or sister who is in this thing mightily just as I am, Lord willing, man. Right? So let's go back to this in Hebrews, right? So like Hebrews chapter 12 and verse number 5. The point of end all be all is we got to endure this chastising that the Lord put us through because we want to, Lord willing, see that kingdom, man. The riches, the glory, the fame, all the things that comes with that, man. So Hebrews 12 and 5 again. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. So when you're going through hell, trial and tribulations, don't faint. It's but a short time, right? And let's just continue to endure all these things, man. Reach out to the brothers, sisters, whoever around you in righteousness that's keeping the laws and commandments and who like-minded, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Brother Judah Maya coming with another video. Lord willing, was edifying. With that, shalom.